Hey everybody, welcome back to another relaxing video. And yes, we've seen this before. Why do you keep on showing me this MacBook you found? Well, I'm showing you because it's been refurbished. The MacBook, the Mac OS portion has been. So this, if we go up here, I think I've shown you this already, but let's go through it here and we'll talk about what I've done with this thing so far. So it's running a Core 2 Duo running at 2.4 gigahertz, and it came with 2 gigabytes of DDR2 memory, and I was able to, I had actually 4 sticks of RAM, but not the right frequency. And one of the quirks about this system is you can put one stick with a higher frequency and leave the proper frequency, the one stick that has the proper frequency, and the BIOS or whatever whatever Apple wants to call it seems to be able to hack it when you do that. But if you put 2 sticks of a higher frequency megahertz rate, it just won't start. So that's why it has 3 gigahertz of RAM, not 4, even though I have the sticks. I just don't have the right lower frequency sticks. So anyway, I think that's a good compromise, because 3 gigabytes is just about right for what I would do on a system like this. 2 is a little shy, and especially once we boot into Windows 7. Yes, it's got Boot Camp. And one of the things I gotta say about Macs of this time period, they really were trying to accommodate people who wanted to run Windows 7, because it's really easy to set up Windows 7 on this thing. It's a great Windows 7 machine, actually. So that's enough of that. So what is the next thing we're going to talk about? Let's talk about apps, the apps that I like to set up. So there's a bunch of classic, I wouldn't call them classic because I guess that's the older, really old versions of Mac, but there are certain apps that I like to run from around the time that this computer was kicking around, and iWorks 9 is one of them. Great app stack there, app deck, what do you want to call it? Mac Journal's a good one. Microsoft Office 2008's good. MindNode, Nova Bench. Yeah, we can actually test this thing performance in a Mac. I'm so used to doing that with Windows. Yeah, you can actually do a Nova Bench test. We'll do that. Writer, it's like a distraction-free writing tool. Pester is like a little alarm clock you can set up. OmniFocus is a very good to-do sort of, I don't know, it's like an organizer. Omni Outliner, the best outliner for a Mac of this time period. And then you need to be able to deal with PDFs, so I got something for that. Scalpel and Scrivener, they go hand in hand. Screenshot Plus is great for taking all those screenshots you need. I like to have a comic book reader because a lot of magazines that you get on the Internet Archive are in CBR or CBZ format. So really handy to have this around. Sublime Text is my favorite text editor for Mac and Windows. Things is, again, kind of like a getting things done tool. Together and Yojimbo are almost the same thing. They're basically information capturing tools that you can kind of get a lot of stuff just throw things in it, and then it's there, and you can look things up later if you want. It's, I don't know, it's like having a place to throw your bills or whatever it is, like a shoebox, right? Some people throw their bills in a shoebox and then they go through them at the end of the month and organize them or whatever. Same concept, except digital. And then you've got Voodoo Pad, which is sort of like a self-contained wiki kind of like thing with links and stuff. And those are the main highlights of my app stack, app deck, whatever you want to call it. So why don't we, because I'm not usually able to do this on a Mac. I can't do it on my modern Mac, but more modern Macs, I guess. Anyway, let's test it out. Let's find out, what does this thing do. I don't think anything's running, so I think we can just hit continue. All right. So, how have you guys been? Have you had I know I put a sort of like a little, what do you call it, poll on my channel, kind of because I did my month in review. And I asked everybody, hey, how was your month, right? So this, of course, is their version of the graphics test. I don't know if it really gives me, oh yeah, it gives me some, it does give me some frame rate. It's a little bit different the way that it processes the test, but anyway, yeah. So getting back to what I was saying before it distracted me, yeah. So I asked everybody out there, hey, how was your month? And I think the overwhelming, so far, I kind of keep an eye on it, and the overwhelming response has been it was a good or okay month for most people, but the odd person had some, it was a bad month for them. And if you're one of those people out there who had a bad month, hey, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that, buddy. It happens to all of us. And what are we getting for a score? Whopping 217. Now, if this was comparable to Windows, that would be an absolute horrendous score. So, not sure why it's scoring so low in comparison to Windows machine. The RAM, well, actually the processor's like super slow. Interesting. I'll have to try it on my Windows, the Windows side of this system, using Nova Bench, and see what kind of a score it gives. I don't need to save. Yeah, strange. Well, that concludes that portion of this video. Okay, so let's go over, and this is how you switch over to boot into Windows. Just like start boot camp Windows. That's what it defaults the drive to, the Windows side of it. Let's see how. I love that shiny screen. Let's see how this thing does. For restarting. Are we restarting? Yes, we are. Gotta wonder sometimes. So it should, in theory, boot into Windows 7. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go, yep, starting Windows. So yeah. Yeah, so it's actually really, really easy to set up. And I was even surprised when I did I checked the updates on the operating system for the Mac, and actually picked up some updates directly from Apple. And when I actually installed Windows, it downloaded the needed drivers directly also from Apple, which surprised me, because a 2008 MacBook running, what was it, 10.7.5, I wouldn't have expected it to be actually supported. So of course I can enter my password and enter and go in here and show you that Windows 7 runs, but I think at this point, I think we all can tell it's running. And the other thing is I need to still install some apps in here and get the thing updated. Haven't done that yet. I've been more interested in getting the Mac side of things organized. So there you go. I'm gonna have a dual boot, nice little kind of retro system for running my classic Mac apps, my classic Windows apps. And I think one of the things we should be doing is getting a screenshot of that other NovaBench score and then running NovaBench, the Windows version, under this system and see how it does. Because like in the 200s is pretty awful. And that really surprises me. So we'll have to see how it does under Windows. Anyway, guys, hey, thanks for coming by. I appreciate your time. I'm always basically doing a show and tell. That's pretty much my MO for my channel, because hey, it's what I do. It's what I know how to do. I'm not somebody who edits their videos or knows how to make too exciting a video or use all kinds of angles and shots. And I didn't take film school. I have a camera on my phone and I just shoot it. So hopefully you find something interesting here. As I said, I hope you're having a good month if you had a bad month last month. I've been doing these sort of polls because I think it's just kind of fun. It actually started off, I actually asked a question I really actually wondered about from my audience. And then ever since, I've just been doing like the odd poll that's related to something I might have just posted. Like, for example, I did my month in review and I thought, hey, I wonder how everybody else's month is doing. Yeah, let's put that out there and see. Like, it's interesting to see what other people are, like how their month was or things like that. And some people reported that, hey, they had a rough month, but most people had good months, good month in reviews. And you know, whatever the case, it is what it is, right? I gotta say, if I'm honest, my months are pretty much in the middle. They're kind of like, there's nothing that's that exciting. Certainly not anything on YouTube and my activities on YouTube. I get more enjoyment, more interacting with people in general. Making videos is a creative outlet for me. But even like when other people's channels, I enjoy kind of like just going on there and just commenting on things that I notice in their videos, or even like sometimes people comment on a video and I'll interject if it's, I'm always constructive, and I don't believe in being an idiot. So it's always, I try and be constructive about my comments and kind and appropriate, because why not? I make videos. I appreciate when people are polite and not goofballs. And yeah, so there you go, guys. It's a MacBook Black 2008 running Windows 7. It is easy to do that, you know, on a boot camp system with an Intel processor, and all the drivers are provided by Apple Direct. So very, their boot camp application was amazing back in 2008, up until probably, well, I don't know if even think you can run, I don't know if you can run Windows under these new M processors. These, just the architecture's different, I think. I don't know. Comment, tell me, let me know if you can actually run Windows easily under the new Mac systems. And I will talk to you, I guess, in the next one. Have a great